everyone, my name is Tiffany and this is my channel, Who's Your Handmade. Thank you so much for stopping by today. In today's video, I'm starting a new series called JoAnn's Aftermath. If that sounds interesting to you, stick around. If you are new to my channel, welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by today. And if you're already a friend of mine, welcome back. Thank you so much for sticking by me, and above all, thank you for your friendship. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and leave a comment down below. What are we talking about today? I'm really excited to start this little three-part mini-series about JoAnn's Aftermath. So leave a comment down below. Let me know how your JoAnn's is faring. Have you been there? Have you got any good deals? I honestly have not been in JoAnn's too often. I was kind of frustrated with the sales they were running, and there wasn't that much that I actually needed anyway. But today I want to focus in on what's gonna happen after JoAnn's is gone. There are so many Facebook posts. I'm in a lot of Facebook like sewing groups, and there's so many questions on the daily people are asking, where am I going to find fabric? Where am I going to find patterns? Where am I going to find notions and all of the other things that we find within JoAnn? So I wanted to create a few videos for you all, for reference points. These are strategies that I'm going to be using now that JoAnn's, or soon that JoAnn's will be gone. And I want to focus in on three main categories, the ones that matter most to myself: patterns, fabric, and notions. Now, I have done a lot of videos on online fabric resources, so you can always check out those on my videos. I categorize them by dollar amount, so you can always go back through my videos and look for those if you are curious as to some good online fabric shopping. My video for fabric will be a little bit different, so just subscribe if you have not done so already and follow along for this series. It's really got me very excited to chat with you all and get back into the swing of my videos. Today, what I want to focus in on is patterns. Pattern sales were always such a fun time at JoAnn's, you know, looking through the Simplicity or McCall's or Butterick, all those catalogs, and then getting them for, you know, way back in the day, 99 cents, and then $1.99, and then $2.99. Still very good deals. Even when we were paying $2.99, that was still a really good deal. But those are going to be gone here soon. I think in stores right now, as I make this video, the pattern sales are 40% off. So patterns are usually on a non-sale weekend 30% off, and now they've bumped that up to 40. Still not a good enough deal to influence me. I'm not going to be going in there for patterns until they're much more clearance, more like a sale. But what are we going to do now? We don't have JoAnn's as a resource for Big Four patterns. What are we going to do? So let's get into how I'm going to approach pattern buying here in the future. Now, the first thing that I'm going to do is a given, and I already do this a lot, is I'm going to turn to indie pattern companies. That is independent pattern companies that have started up businesses of their own. They're outside of the Big Four or Big Five. These are places like Ellie and Mac, Love Notions, Itch to Stitch. I really like their patterns. Peekaboo Patterns has become one of my favorites. So I'm going to turn to those like I've been doing. And if you haven't tried these independent pattern companies, definitely try it out. Find a free pattern. A free pattern is a really good way to find out if you like that pattern company's way that they put together a PDF, or the design of their patterns, or what they're kind of drafting for. Find those free patterns and just test them out. You don't have to go out and spend a lot of money here in these independent pattern companies to really kind of try out and see which ones you really like. So I'm going to be turning looking to independent pattern companies as my #1 resource, the next thing that I'm going to be doing is monitoring simplicity.com more closely. Now, before, with JoAnns and the sales, I would kind of just disregard simplicity.com, but they really do have a lot of good sales that they run through the year. A lot of times they'll do a bundle deal. This is a way to really watch out for big 4 patterns in particular. Simplicity.com would have all the brands, Butterick, Vogue, McCall's, Simplicity, all of them are rolled into one website now, simplicity.com. You can look for old patterns and they will have all the new fresh collections. So you can definitely monitor simplicity.com for their sales. Now, they're probably not going to be as good as $1.99 or $2.99, so we are going to have to pay a little bit more. But during those sale times, it would be a great time to stock up and get physical patterns. They will ship you physical patterns. Now, the other side to simplicity.com is that they have done here in a recent couple of years, they started doing PDF patterns. So the big 4 pattern will have options in the pattern format there. There's a little box. And if they give you the PDF version option, it's also available to download instantly and print off there on your home printer and put together yourself. So that would be a great option for those of you who are okay with putting together PDF patterns, taping together or gluing, however you put together a pattern. And then you wouldn't have to deal with shipping cost. You would have no cost for shipping there to get the pattern to you. So simplicity.com is a great resource if you are a diehard, want that paper pattern in your hand. You want the physical tissue paper pattern. You can go there and still access all of the big 4 patterns, or you can decide to try out the big 4 version of PDF patterns as well. Other resources for patterns that I'm going to be turning to are stores like Hobby Lobby, even Walmart, and I'm not sure if Michael's carries patterns. I didn't make it to Michael's to check them out, but let's talk about Hobby Lobby for a second. Hobby Lobby has a really great sewing section, a fabric section. Some people don't like to support Hobby Lobby, and that's your prerogative. It's a free country. You can choose who to support with your own money. I do like shopping there. I like their fabric. They have a lot of cute prints, and their fabric, I've always had great luck with it to make it up into garments. They have a great notions section, and they do have patterns as well. Back a few months ago, maybe at the middle of last year, they had a sale on their new look patterns. They were phasing those out. They had them for 99 cents each, and that was just like the craze in the sewing community. Now, I think that Hobby Lobby is planning to phase out all of their patterns, so we definitely want to be mindful of that. Right now, their McCall's patterns are $4.99 all the time. So if you are in the market for a McCall's pattern, before, I wasn't even paying attention to them because I could get them during a JoAnn sale. Well, now if you're looking for 1Z, 2Z McCall's patterns, it would probably be a better deal for you to check even Hobby Lobby before going to like simplicity.com and paying extra shipping and the cost that is there on simplicity.com. So $4.99 is actually a pretty good deal for McCall's patterns. Now, the bottom line is here, guys, JoAnn's is going away. We're going to have to pay a little bit more for the patterns that we want, probably. They do have Simplicity patterns. They're still at Hobby Lobby. I assume they have some Vogue. I'm not sure about Butterick, but Hobby Lobby is still a great source for patterns if you need one quickly. Still an in-store experience where you can flip through the book and look for patterns. Another big box store that sells patterns is Walmart. I went to my fabric section there at my Walmart this weekend, and I did a little bit of videoing, so I'll put that footage in here. Some Walmarts here in the US have phased out their fabric section. I assume they have probably phased out their pattern cabinets as well, but mine still has one. Mine still has a tall simplicity cabinet. There might be some new looks in there as well, so I'll put some footage in here of what my Walmart looks like. Still has a big simplicity book, so you could get that feel if you wanted to thumb through a book. Again, Walmart has a different kind of pattern. You kind of have to watch them. Sometimes they're the same pattern or they're slightly different than what would be in like a JoAnn's pattern book. The pricing is different. The pricing is quite a bit cheaper. Walmart's not going to run like a 50% off sale. Not that I've ever seen anyway. Their patterns are like $2.97, $3.97. I've seen some for $5.97. I think I've seen even some for $10. So you just have to watch them. They're all kind of priced as is. You can go through the cabinet there at Walmart and get that pattern experience though, and that's kind of fun. Now I know that Michael's has brought in fabric in their stores. I'm not sure if they have patterns, so if you know about that, leave a comment down below. I haven't been able to get over to Michael's to see if they have any patterns, but it's definitely a good resource for some fabric if you need some some fabric or notions. And then the last kind of big box store, this is actually an online store that has patterns, is Amazon. A lot of us don't think about Amazon for patterns, but there are independent sellers on Amazon. They have a lot of different sellers there, and some of them are selling patterns. I have purchased a McCall's pattern, I believe, on Amazon, so you never know what you're going to find, so you can always give it a search if you're looking for a particular one there on Amazon.com. And then we have resources like online fabric shops that also sell patterns. I'm thinking of places like Fabric Mark Fabrics. I know they sell a lot of Jaylee patterns. Style Maker has a lot of patterns as well. I've actually bought patterns from them. I think I bought a chalk and notch and then a noodle head bag pattern from them. Minerva also has patterns, I believe. So these fabric stores that you're going to for great quality fabrics might also have a pattern section where you can get paper patterns. If you really like a physical form of pattern, you can go and check out their menu options and see if they have any patterns as well. Now, the number one place that I need to refer to for patterns is my stash. I have so many big four patterns already, so many that I haven't even made. I have a lot of independent patterns that I haven't made as well. So the number one place that I need to go for a fresh new pattern is my own stash already here within my sewing room. So you might want to keep that in mind as well. If you're feeling a little discouraged and you don't really know where to go for the usual JoAnn's items that you go in there to enjoy looking through and purchasing, think about looking in your stash first. What do you have already on hand? And then maybe you can utilize some of these options that I've listed today. Have I missed any? What are you doing for patterns? Let us know down below in the comment section. Do you have any suggestions for anyone looking for places to go to look for patterns or access big four patterns or even fresh new independent pattern companies? Let us know down below in the comment section. Like I said, this is going to be a 3-part series, so coming up soon is fabric and notions. So definitely subscribe if you have not done so already. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. I will see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.